Harrison
You were
Butker.
saying earlier how much you love what Harrison Butker said the other day. I missed what he said. Could you tell me? Because you were
Yeah.
saying I love this stuff so much. Harrison
Right.
Butker is my new favorite player.
Well, he's been my favorite player, so
Okay.
I don't really know what he said. Something about women being inside in the kitchen.
Really? Okay.
I think so.
Whatever floats your boat. Oh, do you actually not know what he said?
Is that what he said?
Oh, bad.
Worse than that?
2, 1. Okay.
Oh, right.
Wow.
Welcome in.
We're
back,
We're so bad. I missed you.
Missed you too. I know.
I didn't have anyone to hang out with. No recording. And you are having a tough time. What the
Hey!
Hey, Matthew.
Welcome back.
What's up, player?
Episode 66.
66. Shout out
I've been
Satan.
the last like 3. I think I've not said the right number, so I like triple checked. 66.
66.
Okay.
Shout out Satan.
Need another one for that. I've heard.
All right, we're back. It is Wednesday afternoon, 10 p.m. So I'm tired and also sick. So like I know I'm like all the time a stupid brain, but I want to preface again, double stupid brain. So I'm just gonna say some stupid things, and don't take them like. Don't be like, who's this dumbass? I know I'm a dumbass, so don't come at me for being stupid. And same with you. I'm gonna talk for you. You're also stupid as fuck. So don't be like, look at these two jackasses talking about. Dude, we know.
There's the point.
That's the whole show. Is that we have no idea what we're talking about, and for some reason, 6 or 7 people listen. So
Maybe
I don't know why.
Maybe
if we have a good day.
Yeah.
So it's Wednesday, May 5th. The Celtics just won. Celtics just beat the Cavaliers to advance to our 3rd straight Eastern Conference Finals. How many championships do you have to show for it? Fucking shut up, Twitter. I hate it. Yeah. It's so fair of an argument, though, because if it was like any other team, like the Bills making the Super Bowl 3 years in a row and then having no Super Bowls to show for it is terrible. Or 4, what was it, 4 years in a row? Something crazy.
Oh, the 90s, yeah.
That Bills team. No, we got to win one. We got to get this one. Bad. Need it bad. Because
it's a crazy mix, though, because, and we can go into this more if we want to start with this or start with the actual game.
But we can start with the game if you want. Yeah, whatever.
Cool. But just the rhetoric is nuts. But I guess we'll start with the game first.
Start with the game. Sorry, I'm just, my brain's in like hate on Celtics fans.
Yeah.
So first off, I want to give a round of applause to the Cavs for like they played phenomenally. I know it was a gentleman's sweep, but for the hand they were dealt, they played amazing. Like they could have. I don't think they were going to, but they could have won that game tonight. We didn't play great, and we hung in there. But they had random dudes. It felt like a college game. That one white dude was just humming threes.
Yep.
And Marcus Morris stepped up. I still hate Max Strus. Wearing the Panthers jersey. It happened last year. Caleb Martin also wore the Panthers jersey and went home that same day. So, keep trying that, I guess, if you want to. Over 2 on Panthers jerseys. But, no, it was a great game. Al Horford, vintage Al Horford. Actually, if we want to get into it, Al Horford is the first player in NBA history with 20 points, 15 boards, 5 threes, and 3 blocks in a playoff game. And he's also going to be like 38 in a couple weeks. So that's awesome.
Vintage. Yeah, it's like, it's I don't know. I'm blown away. He had like 2 weird turnovers in the 4th quarter, and every other part of the game, I was blown away by him. The most impressive thing for me won't even show up on the stat sheet. I think it was the 2nd quarter where I was like, he's not getting to that ball. Gets to that ball and hums it off, I think, Strus's leg. I was like, dude, oh my God.
There is a awesome picture of him like floating above the bench with the ball like this. It looks so like it was whatever that Twitter account is that like compares sports pictures to like art pictures. He got on that one, so I'll send that to you.
So good.
No, it was great. It's not even vintage Al Horford because he doesn't do like he's not a 30 and 15 guy, obviously, but he's just a winner. Like he is such a winner. When he's playing bad, he looks so old and uncoordinated, which like happens when you play him for too long. Honestly, even when he's playing, like doing good things, he looks old and uncoordinated, but just like things go well. And it's the most electric thing of all time. So shout out Al Horford for saving us, not saving us like we would have got by, but Jaylen Brown, I think had less than 10 points. Tatum played really well. 11 points.
Yeah, I have a bunch of stuff on Tatum. I thought, again, 25, 10, and 9. that like it felt like a triple-double type game. It was very
Yeah.
close to actually being one. He this is like my obviously 25 is not a bunch of points, obviously, but he didn't need to, which again we can get into more. But this is my dream Tatum game. What we just got, like obviously the points, 25 is not that much, but my dream is seeing that step back three like once or twice a game. I don't need to see it 7 times. I don't. What I want to see is him using his massive body and driving in the lane and just being bigger than everyone and being a great distributor, which he is now. He's a great passer. And he did all those things beautifully tonight. There were so many points where he was like, no, I'm attacking the basket. And there was like 2 layups that he missed. But I remember being like, I don't even care because you like got the shot, like just keep doing it. And there was so many like baseline, right at the basket, everything where it's like, this is the one thing with him that I've been pounding the table. It's like, you're not Steph Curry. You're much closer to LeBron than you are Steph Curry. Like, be that, please. And then we have like 1 or 2 sidestep threes and they drilled him, which is like the best thing ever when he does that. But just don't keep doing it. You don't need to keep doing it. Be that big body, be that presence, be the best player on the court. That's what we wanted to see. And that's what we got. This is my favorite game of the playoffs so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's the best. He's also so totally wood, by the way.
I love seeing him getting pissed at the ref too. That's the Missoula.
I mean, Tony Brothers, I didn't know, no one informed me that he joined Al Qaeda, but like, good for him for getting in. I didn't know he was
for a while, actually.
I didn't know he was an active terrorist. Like, I didn't know he was an active terrorist. That's impressive, reffing here and then going across seas to be an active terrorist, because I mean, he just wasn't even, if you watch the replay, he's like staring up at the ball. He's like not even watching anything. And then he's like, oh, no foul and fuck you, Tech. And then like Mike Malone will run on the court and like grab him by the neck. And he's like, oh, hey, buddy. But he's like,
one thing we forget as fans sometimes is the reason why fans watch the game is to watch the refs, not the players.
I know. I mean, I need to get one of those striped jerseys.
They're great. Yeah, Newcastle.
But I want to go back to the Tatum thing. He's matured so much, and everyone's been harping on it this year. But it really is awesome to see him. He gets doubled and triple teamed constantly, and him making those good passes out of it. And it could be having two great guards by his side, like Drew and Derek. But there was one play when he like had a double team drawn, and Pritchard had a little nice back cut, and I was like, he's not going to get that ball in there. And he fucking like with his long ass arms slung it in. And Pritchard like smoked the layup, but it was a tough shot. But I just didn't think he had that in him. And I was like, that's an elite passer now. Like, he has matured so much more than just humming up these sidestep threes, like you said. But when those go in, I mean,
it's the best. Yeah.
Instant tent pitched in my pants.
Yes.
Right away. Boner City.
That's why I'm like, just do it once or twice. I know it's tough because, wow, it's great. But like, don't keep doing it.
I love them though.
I thought the same thing. Oh, they're so good. I thought the same thing with those. He has really gotten really good at those one-handed, just flinging them around dudes. Like he had a couple of those tonight, and I think it is fair to say like he is an elite passer, at least at his position. Like for really a power forward, what he plays, like this dude can distribute the ball at a high level, and it's made all the difference. There's so many points tonight, like. Again, like I want to, like it's like, oh, it's the Cavs, but like we were saying, like I don't look. They're the 4 seed. They were good all year. They gave us trouble all year. Like it's a good team. It's a good team, and like there was so many people who just broke them down, which is what we should do. But it was just so satisfying to see.
It was. We played. I mean, for not playing our typical best Celtics game, like we really fought through adversity. I almost said diversity. Fought through diversity. We got so many different races on our team. No, no, it's just like impressive to see the Cavs were playing really well. I mean, these guys are in the NBA. Like, I know they're banged up, but like they're NBA players and they're going to play good defense. I know Georges Niang doesn't really look like an NBA player, and for some reason Marcus Morris is like
always. I knew it like as soon as the game started, I was like, this guy's going to give us like 25, isn't he? Like
it was a season high.
Yeah, of course. That's was my one gripe. I'm like, is this a Celtics thing? Or is it just because I watch the Celtics way more than any other team? Like, is that like we just have this weird thing where like random dudes will go off? Is that like just a Celtics thing?
I think it happens all the time. Because like random dudes will go off. Like Malachi Flynn had like a 50-piece this year.
Yeah, that's true.
Or last year, whatever. I don't know. It's just whatever. It kind of worried me about the Marcus Morris thing and the Isaiah Mobley kind of going off too. Like he's a good player, obviously, but he had like almost 30 points and 15, like something like that. Good stat line. It worries me, like having Al and Luke Cornett out there for a little while longer. Like we got to get Porzingis back. If we end up playing the Pacers or something, like Pascal Siakam will destroy Luke Cornett. And it's going to look really ugly. We got to get Porzingis
That's why I'd
back.
rather the Knicks. Because I'm like Drew and Derek on Jalen. Like you're gonna give Jalen, sure. Give me Drew and Derek on Jalen. And then what do I have to worry about? Like Dante DiVincenzo and Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, I'll take
Right,
that.
we can defend guards and forwards a lot better than we can big men, which has kind of been a story all year with the depth problem. I'd love for Joe Mazzulla to maybe slide Xavier Tillman in there every once in a while, but
Yeah, what's going on
I
with
don't know.
that? I mean,
I don't know.
we
I
just
think
won in 5. So.
Yeah, I think it was that's why it was so important to win this game because it saves us traveling back to Cleveland and then back to Boston, and it gives Porzingis more time to rest at home in one place and get his feet under him. So I mean, great team win. I got nothing but good things to say. I mean, I'm excited, dude. Eastern Conference Finals though is nothing. We're favorites, like everyone says. We're favorites.
I know it's almost like I haven't even like Eastern Conference Finals is a big deal, and it's like I'm not even. I'm like next round. No, it's Eastern Conference Finals once again.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think more game stuff. I think that's all I got. The Celtics are 72-20 on the year. That's crazy. That's pretty cool. That's really cool. That's one thing where I'm like, I'm gonna like. That's cool. Like that's my team has gone 72-20. Like that's really cool.
Yeah. Do you want to hear a crazy like Eastern Conference Finals stat kind of thing? Let me find it. Jaylen Brown has more or as many Eastern Conference Finals or just Conference Finals appearances than 14 franchises have in their entire history, and he's in his 8th year. So
too bad he sucks.
Too bad he sucks. Too bad he can't win. Too bad him and Tatum can't fucking win. They go to the Eastern Conference Finals every fucking year. It's like the LeBron thing. They're like, oh, LeBron can't win. Dude, you know how hard it is to go to the – I don't because I obviously am a loser. But, I forgot to make my bed. That's what I forgot to do. I look homeless now. Couldn't make my bed. Totally lost it. No, that's like the Eastern Conference Finals is no joke. Or any conference finals. Like people always look past it, but I think it's a legit thing. Winning 2 playoff series is tough.
Crazy. And again, one thing it's like all right, well they didn't win the big one, but it's like, would you rather him be like, I don't know, like Reggie Miller, like Vince Carter? Like these are like the players we're talking. McGrady, like these are the players we're talking about. Like also, even higher. Like I don't know if AD's been there that much. Like you know, I don't know.
Yeah, breaking news: only one team wins a championship every year. Like I don't know how. I mean, Jokic is the best basketball player on the planet. Like Jordan didn't win a ring till he was like 27. Tatum's not even 27. Like Jordan had to beat Larry Bird and Magic Johnson. Like there's other teams that are great, and we have had to play the Warriors. We've had to play. I mean, LeBron in the conference finals. Like all these other great teams that we've had to face. Like the Nets super team, Giannis. All these.
That's one thing I was going to say about Cleveland is like people have been saying it this year, but it's kind of hard to distinguish like how like the league is so good right now.
Yeah.
That's why it's kind of like people say it's prime for expansion. That's what I was going to say about Cleveland. It's like, yeah, we beat them in 5, but like 10 years ago, this Cleveland team's like really good. Like this team's like I'm thinking like, remember when like the Nets, like that D-Lo team with the Nets was like pretty feisty? Like this Cleveland team works them,
Yeah.
Like it's just
destroys them.
So that's why I'm like, it's again, people are, and this might get us to the bigger picture question where the scrutiny that's been on this Celtics team is like nothing I've ever seen from the media. And it's the whole narrative of like, I get it. I understand it, but I think like people need to like understand that you're being insane because Tony Maserati, who
I don't want to, I mean,
it's insanity. I understand it's radio and like, it's just like, you have to just talk all day, every day. And sometimes you say insane stuff. But oh my God!
Here's my thing with Felger and Maz. I've listened to them. Well, my dad always has them on, so I was used to grew up listening to them. They are right so often. Like the things they say are often so right, but they are so fucking negative. I don't know how you could listen to them constantly and be like, "My teams are going to do great." Like if they were in a city that didn't have as many championships, like I don't know, Phoenix, dude, every year they'd be like, this team's gonna fucking suck ass. And then I'd be like, why am I even listening to the radio? This is no fun. Let me put on some
It's
Katy
insane.
Perry or something. But like here, we like luckily have some teams that can compete. They always just look for the worst in the worst possible scenario. They're never like,
Yes.
oh, maybe this Red Sox bullpen will be pretty good. They were like, no, this is going to be the worst team. They were saying that preseason about the Red Sox. They're like, this is going to be the worst Red Sox team in 100 years. I was like,
The Celtics are 72-20, and Maz
17
gets on there and be like, even if they win it, like,
it
does
feels
it
kind
really
of
matter?
empty.
Feels kind of empty. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
A ring's
No,
a
it
ring.
doesn't. It'd be the best thing ever. Actually, you're
Also,
insane.
That's another thing. Everyone's like, these past 3 years have been cakewalks to the conference finals. Last year we beat MVP Joel Embiid, and I think the year before that was the year we beat the Nets stacked team. No, Nets were stacked, and then Giannis.
Yeah,
and
one of the greatest Giannis years ever. Like one of the greatest regular season and postseasons by a player ever. Like top 20.
Also, this year we got the 1 seed. Like we play who we play, and when you're the 1 seed, you play bad teams to start because that's just how sports work. Like, granted, they were banged up, but what are we supposed to do? Like, wait till they're healthy? Yeah. I don't know what people really want.
It's also awesome that, like, say we play this Knicks team, they're up 3-2, I think, right? And everyone loves the Knicks. They love the Knicks, which makes sense. Like, the Knicks are a massive fucking fan base. Of course, everybody loves the Knicks. The Knicks are super fun. The moment we beat them in 5 games, everyone's going to be like, it's the Knicks, Jalen Brunson. And it's like, dude, but like, can we?
Kids, Knicks. Julius Randle's hurt. The Knicks never win.
It's insane. It's like there's no winning. And that's what I feel bad about the dudes in the locker room, where I'm like, I just hope we're like not letting this affect us. And it's not. Like, that's why our team's built now. These guys are old enough now. And there's guys like Drew and Al, where it's like tonight could be a game where the mentality starts to slip out of hand in years past, where it's like, oh God, they're getting close. Maybe we suck, all this pressure. And they're like, no, we're just going to destroy you. Tatum individually representing that mentality. Like, no, I'm just going to be the best player on the court. It's like, this is why I'm much more confident. I'm not as scared as I have been, like with Celtics teams in the past.
Yeah, I'm not as scared. And we have the championship mentality. We've been there before, and like Drew has won one. So I think he's helping the team. We have obviously more assistant coaches with more experience. You know what I like? This is unrelated. You know what I love about this podcast, which I think I've said before, is like we are discovering how sports media works while we're being a part of it, kind of. Like we're like, all these guys are saying random shit just to get views. Like that's that's what it is. That's the whole.
Oh, maybe
because you and me say the least controversial mellow shit, but we only post the clips that are like, oh, Messi's trash or something, and then it blows up, and we're like, that's weird. Why do people hate us? Why does everyone hate us? Dude, everyone hates every sports media personality because they don't support your team. Like, it's just Obviously, it's fun. It's easy to beat up on the Celtics because they have a quote unquote super team, yet no All NBA, whatever. But it's easy to pick on them because they've had such a stacked team and we haven't won a ring. I understand it.
True. Is Tatum the most overhated player in the league?
No, not in the league.
Not Gobert, maybe.
But people don't hate him as much because he hasn't like destroyed their team and he's not a crazy personality. I think people hate, Steph Curry a lot more because he's broken their team's dreams and he's also like going to do a State Farm commercial after. Like, I don't know.
Right. Yeah. I think there's just some like after being in the West Coast for like 4 months, like everyone thinks Tatum's like everyone, like no one is a Tatum guy except like this. I worked at Fox Sports and like the stats guys, like the research guys are like, dude, Tatum's awesome. Like you guys got a great gem. But then like, the other dudes who aren't doing that are like, dude, Tatum sucks. And I'm like, this is like, you guys listen to who you're talking to right now.
I know.
So bugs me. And same with Jaylen Brown too. That's why I'm like the research guys are like, dude, Jaylen Brown, when he's efficient, he's one of the most important players in the league. And I'm like, right.
I mean, it really is, dude. It really does have to do with like, we have like, luckily we've grown up with the championship mindset. Like it's championship or bust. And we know that we can win rings, but other teams like New York, like the New York Knicks fan haven't won a ring in 40 years. So they're like, oh, this is the year. Like we got guys, but in reality, like you don't know a championship team when you see one.
Yeah, no, exactly. Fun little moment that I saw a video of Derek White, maybe this morning or yesterday, practicing like catching insane passes. And I was
then shooting threes.
Yeah, and then shooting a three after. It was a sick video. All these crazy things. And then I saw it today. I saw it in the game. I think it was a Tatum crazy pass. He like grabbed it up here and drills the three. And I'm like, that's cool. I saw him do that.
I also want to give Peyton Pritchard some flowers because he had a couple like late hum up threes at the buzzer or something. He hits crazy shots for being like a 6 foot dude. I know he has that handle from him in the garage video, but we obviously hated on him for a little while because of, please. Hey, hand up.
Hey.
This guy right here. No, but he's awesome, and I love him off the bench. I'm glad we didn't get rid of him because he is a spark of energy. Best pound for pound offensive rebounder in the history of the league.
Pound for pound, yes. It's like per 36 but with weight or whatever.
Right, because he weighs like maybe 140 pounds.
Something like that.
No, but I mean, we're ready. We're ready for whoever's next. Keep chanting, "We want Boston." You haven't even beat the Pacers yet.
There's a sign, yeah. There's those guys are holding up signs right under the basket. It was like, "Who wants Boston next?" I'm like, "Yeah, no, I love it."
I saw an edited picture of like Tatum's outfit, and it said like, "We want Boston," and I thought he was wearing a real shirt that said, "We want Boston." I was like, that would be all time
insanity.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, I love the only things I didn't love. Can I even say I didn't love anything? No. Again, it was literally just
I didn't love. Yeah, I didn't love when the Cavs kind of went on a run and then Missoula took Tatum out for a little bit. I was kind of like, well, I don't know, whatever. I trust you, but weird.
Yeah.
Who would you rather play in the next round?
The Knicks because of the matchup stuff. Because I'm like, I feel like Pascal Siakam could just like give us 38.
Also, at a certain point, these guys got to get tired. The Knicks guys,
right?
Playing 50 minutes a game.
It's insane.
They got to get tired.
I saw one thing today. Someone was like, it's blasphemy to like insinuate that Tom Thibodeau could be the issue for the Knicks injuries. I was like, really? I don't think it's blasphemy at all. I think it's super
he's probably injuring them himself, like off the court.
I don't think that's crazy.
I agree, but like, say we were to get upset by one of these teams, I would so much rather be the Pacers because I already fucking hate Villanova, and I also hate Isaiah Hartenstein. His stupid ass tattoo.
Yeah.
If they upset us, like I have some Knicks fans that would really let me hear. I would just, that's maybe a little bit soft of me, but I think we can handle either team.
The thing
if
about
we
the
get Porzingis back, I'm not worried.
Not at all. The thing about the Pacers that would be fun is I think they're the worst defensive team in the NBA.
Yeah, a lot of overs. Also, Aaron Nesmith cooking us would be bad news. Aaron Nesmith always goes for 70 points when he plays the Celtics.
As a fan, like a Knicks Celtics Eastern Conference Finals would be awesome.
Would be it would be also. I'm not trying to hunt narratives here, but beating the Knicks would be way better than beating the Pacers for all the haters out there. But I just want a ring, so I don't really care.
Me too. I think that's all. Looking at my notes here, yeah, I just got the pressure thing. Oh, I have an NBA thing. I think the NBA has a real problem, and I think it's officiating. Like, I think that's an actual problem for the league.
No, this has been a problem
throughout
sports through eternity.
What?
It's bad. I was saying it's been a problem in all sports throughout eternity, but it is. I mean, it's just not fun to watch these stupid floppy calls anymore, or whatever it is.
So stupid. My dad watched so much basketball in the 80s when the Celtics were really good, and then kind of like did not watch that much basketball until like the Celtics were good again, and then he like hasn't for a while. Now he'll just watch the Celtics in the playoffs. He sees these calls and he's like, "What is that? How is that a call?" I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know. Like the ones that are just like getting bumped. I'm like, I understand why the rules have evolved to do that, of course, but it is insane. I'm like, what? Oh my god, just let him play, And then and there's some today on Tatum where I'm like, but we're not calling that. Like we're not calling. I think it was Garland just like totally in his landing zone. I don't know.
Then you get like kind of soft because you're like, well, if they're getting a call, then why don't we get the call? But when they let the boys play and it gets a little feisty and like the energy's up, that's my favorite type of basketball. Like obviously,
I'm never gonna mind that.
Yeah, I get the preventative, like the injury preventative ones, like the landing zone and stuff. But
yeah,
the 80s is also such a different game. We're gonna do that this summer. We're gonna watch an 80s game, a game from the 80s.
Yeah, dude, it's gonna be fun. I can't. I'm actually very excited because I've only seen here and there, and I cannot wait to see how different it is.
Yeah,
I
there's
know
gonna be
guys
some dudes. There's gonna be some dudes cooking that we like didn't even
were
ever
like,
hear about.
oh, man,
Yeah, who was
George
that?
Gervin was
Yeah,
nasty.
I mean, he was like a 7-time scoring champ or something crazy.
That's
Yeah,
true. The Ice
yeah,
Man.
the Iceman.
He was on a Celtics team. No,
Yeah, there's
Bulls
a.
team. Bulls team. Bulls team.
I don't think he was on the Celtics.
Bulls with Jordan.
Pistol Pete was a Celtic.
That was it. And George Gervin was like on a Bulls team with like young Michael Jordan, and like he retired like
Crazy.
after practice because he was like, oh nope, can't guard this guy. No, not a chance.
Oh, really?
Cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, good for him. That's all I got with this awesome Celtics team that I love so much, and I'm just glad they're doing their thing. They're like the Bruins antithesis, which they should be. They're like really good. The Bruins are fine. But
No, I just love this team. I want to be in the locker room so bad, dude. I just want to be a fly on the wall.
Give me a towel. I'll wash some guys off.
I will fucking dry you down.
Not a problem.
Not
I'll
a
do
problem.
anything for you. I'll be O'Shea Brissett's personal videographer. Just kidding. He can do that himself. He's a very talented guy.
Yeah, come on the pod, O'Shea.
That would be great. Let's make that our mission. That would be a great guest.
I commented on his YouTube video one time and he didn't answer, so I'll never do it again.
Pain.
All right,
shall we move on to the greatest sports media piece of all time?
All right, yeah. So, greatest franchise in the history of sports, firing on all cylinders today. The Patriots released their schedule with an amazing video of Julian Edelman being Will from Will Hunting, and it was, I mean, fucking all time. Ernie was in it. Kraft was in it. Mayo was in it. Gronk was awesome. Gronk's just an
Gronk's Affleck's character is so perfect, and I'm just so happy they got everyone to do this. Like, this is awesome.
Yeah, and then they came in after as the town, and they were like, "Wrong movie, guys."
Yeah, Kendrick Bourne and David Andrews, and I think Marcus Jones was there too.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Let's go! This is
if you're a true Patriots fan, just go watch this for the pure excitement you'll have. It's gonna change your year.
Oh my god, it changed my year. Like, this is
awesome.
It was so good. I love this. Is like the perfect representation of the fact that this franchise has changed. This would never happen with Bill Belichick still in the building.
I know, and I love it because like it's great content, but it feels kind of corny to me.
What?
It just feels like not corny at all. Like, I loved it, but I'm like, this team is not what it used to be. Like, we're not a powerhouse anymore. It's like we've moved on to this, like, no, I didn't mean to say corny. It's just like, this is something that like the Bengals would do or something, like the Ravens.
Yeah, well, that's what we are now. That's what we are now.
It's what it is. It's also social media. It is what we are. We have changed. We wanted to change the Patriot way, and the Patriot way has changed, and this is what we have.
Yep.
But the schedule was released. Go watch that video.
We're changed to Good Will Hunting parodies with Julian Edelman, Rob Gronkowski, I'm fine.
I don't even need to play. I don't even need to play football games.
Every time we lose, which we'll go through and tell you every time, probably around 6 times. I'll just watch that video at the end and forget it all because oh my god,
yeah, it should be fine. Yeah, but go watch that video. It's awesome.
I was shocked when they got Mayo in it. I was like, this is great. I'm happy. I'm happy. This is the direction that this franchise.
What was the subtle hints at like Edelman working for the Patriots?
I know. Was that just like that's like the plot of the movie? So I guess that's like. So I guess that's what they're doing, and maybe that is they like thought it could kind of work both ways because a lot of people are like, "Oh, you got Hightower and all these guys. Maybe Edelman could be the wide receivers coach or something." But so I guess it kind of worked.
They've also been hinting big time about the like wearing the retro jerseys, which I mean, I need them at least once.
Would you, if the Patriots make their main jerseys the retro jerseys? Happy, sad, confused?
So happy. I'm not a fan of the current jerseys. You know this. I hate the little font. It doesn't match. Like Tyquan Thornton's name on it looks so stupid, I think.
The 11 doesn't look good. The 11 number doesn't
11
look
looks
good.
bad.
When Julian wore it looks weird.
Yeah, I don't like the font on it. And the colors, it just like doesn't give me like a winning franchise uniform vibe.
I agree. Some guy did a mock-up today of almost like the reverse retro style that like hockey did, where it's like kind of retro, kind of current with the like 90s jerseys with the like current colorway. I like the the current colorway. It's just I don't love the uniform. But there was like the font was the 90s font, and there was like gray pants. I'll send it to you. It was sweet. That would be like bold, but that would be one where I'm like, oh, those are hands down the best uniforms in the league.
Yeah, I think we're like, I don't know how it works. I think you can change your uniforms every 3 years. So I think next season we can like fully change them. Like obviously, I think you can wear the retros, like whatever you want to do, like alternates, whatever. But I think you can fully change your home and away like next year. I just saw something about that.
No, 3 is definitely right. I don't know if we've had them for 3 or 4. I forget.
But, yeah. Before we get into the schedule, I want to shout out all the Patriots rookies. They've been, I mean, Jalen Polk seems awesome. All the like him and Drake May at the Bruins wearing their jerseys was fucking awesome.
They all the wideouts pulled up in all the Bruins gear and did like a video for him. I'm like, yes,
I know.
Yes.
Pop Douglas is so short.
He's so short, but that's so fine. We have
no, it's fine. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's just like maybe Jalen Polk's just really tall, and Javon Parker.
Javon Baker.
Baker.
This is like it's almost like they're actually listening to the fans from a social media perspective, you know, because before we'd always be like, oh, it'd be cool if they did this, but they'll never do this. Yeah. And now it's like, no, we're so hungry for a revamped Patriots team with offensive players, and they're giving it to us. They are feeding it to us. They're like, oh, the people wanted to see Drake May. We're going to give them to them. People want to see Jalen Polk and Javon Baker being a Patriot. Like, we're going to give it to them. And I am taking it all.
Yeah. All right, so do you want to go through our
Jalen Polk at the Bruins game? For like
what was that?
My lock screen's Jalen Polk and Drake May at the Bruins game.
That's awesome. Mine's Kermit the Frog. Do you want to do like a little season prediction on like maybe when Drake May will come in, some questions we have, or do you want to just rip through the schedule, do each of our own win-losses, and then go through it after?
I'm more interested in your win-losses, Tyson.
Okay, I can get into it.
Because I know you've done a lot of research on the actual games. I have not. You're kind of a savant when it comes to this sort of thing. So
well, yeah, I had the schedule a couple days before. Obviously, I couldn't release it because of our insider stuff. I didn't want to, break that connection. But I've had this schedule for a couple days now, so I've really been diving deep into it. I've been looking at depth charts and whatnot. So we're starting off the year on the road, September 8th, playing the Bengals. You know, Joe Burrow coming back, hasn't played a lot last year. You know who did play a lot last year?
Who's that?
Jacoby Brissett.
Oh my God, it's a win.
A little bit warmer than Joe Burrow might be. So I think we're gonna like stomp into Cincinnati and blow this team out of the water. And everyone's gonna be like, "What the hell is going on here?" And we'll be like, "Yeah, the Patriots are back." And I'm out on the Bengals, big time. Out on the Bengals. I think they're gonna have a great season. Next, we're going home opener versus the Seahawks. This is a game that a lot of people probably are going to chalk up as a win on our record. But to me, this team is just really good at putting points on the board, and it's going to be tough to outscore them. So there's a high likely chance that we score the same amount as them. So I think that's going to be a tie week 2. Unfortunately, home opener, 0-1-1. And then we're starting off the division games away in New York, playing the Jets. Aaron Rodgers obviously going to be out with an Achilles injury.
Primetime game of the year.
This is our only primetime game. That's right, only primetime game. Yeah, I think, depends who's playing quarterback. I really think Aaron Rodgers will be down with an Achilles injury. They're opening up the year again. Monday night.
Oh, the Jets being like, why couldn't it just be a 1:00 game against the Titans?
Why couldn't we have a bye week 1?
Against like Nick Bosa too. It was against San Fran, right?
Yeah. I'm gonna chalk this up as a loss though. So I think we're gonna start off 1-1-1, and then 49ers, really good team. Don't even need to get into it. That's obviously a tie. 1-1-2.
Okay.
And then we play the Dolphins, who I don't even know if Tua will be on a team at this point. I think we could win this game by triple digits. Okay. Boat race them at home. This is the first Drake May game, by the way.
Okay, cool.
Boat race them. So what are we now? 2, whatever. Then we go into we're home versus the Texans. They are, the best young team in football, but they haven't played us yet. We win probably on like a game-winning field goal or something. So we're
3-1-2.
3-1-2. Yeah, good start to the year. Already approaching our win total over.
Yep.
And then we go across the pond to play the Jaguars. 9:30 start time.
That'd be tough.
Yeah, that's going to be a tough game. I think this could be a loss, but there's a good chance neither team scores at all. So I'm just going to chalk it up as a tie.
Okay.
3-1-3.
Cool.
Then we're going to play the Jets at home. Jets at home. I think this Jets team is going to be really good, but Drake May coming back home, I think he's going to be really good. So I think that's another win, 4-1-3.
Okay.
Titans
Wow.
obviously.
Good
I know
stuff from us.
Titans obviously probably our easiest game of the year, so we'll lose it. That's a loss. 4-2-3. And then away at the Bears. The battle of the two best young quarterbacks could be something to see. There's a good chance this game goes into overtime and no one really scores in the overtime, you know?
True.
This could be a battle for the ages that no one comes out on top.
True.
That's just what people are saying about this game so far, at least the November 10th Bears-Patriots game. A lot of people are breaking it down as an overtime tie.
Yeah, tie. Okay. So that's 4 ties. 4-2-4.
4-2-4. Okay. This is a tough game. The Rams.
Yeah.
I think we lose. The Rams are better. Like, Matt Stafford's better than people think, and we're at home, but that doesn't matter.
Okay.
I think we drop another one on the road. It's going to be – we're playing the Dolphins next.
We just beat them by 100 points the last time we played them, but
I know, but the Dolphins in New England is different than the Dolphins in Miami.
True. So
and then we play – yeah, we play the Colts. Anthony Richardson's going to go for, 300 yards on the ground. I know, man. I know. I want another win too, but Drake May, you can't win them all.
This is 3 straight losses for us.
I know. Well, listen, we're not a great team. We're going to skid here and there.
We're 4-5-4.
4-5-4, and then you have the bye week. Obvious tie. You can't win, you can't lose. It's just a time to rest. Bye. Bye means tie. That's what I always say about the NFL schedule.
Yep.
We play the Cardinals. Cardinals are, I think, one of the most underrated teams in the league. I think they're going to make the playoffs. We're going to beat them, obviously.
Okay.
What are we now?
5-5-5.
Okay, 5-5-5. We'll probably split against the Bills, and then I don't know. Probably just tie the Chargers.
Oh, okay. So a clean 6-6-6. That is your prediction for the Patriots 2024 record.
Yeah, I want to get out ahead of it. I think this could be the tie record.
Yeah. Yep.
And we don't even play Mike the Tie Tomlin.
We don't even play the Ty Tomlin. I don't know if Mike Tomlin's ever died.
What's
crazy is we have 18 games on this record here, and we only play 17. So people are going to be worried about that. People are going to maybe, but that's part of the game. What are we supposed to do?
Yeah, it's because these analysts, these insiders, don't know about bye equals tie. It's a simple rule that it's clearly we've lost it in our minds. I can't even say it.
Yep. Well, great stuff. Thanks for breaking that down for us.
That's just my mock one. That's I'll obviously break it down further into the future. I really don't see it changing too much. I'm telling you, that Bears game is going to be a hell of a game.
Okay. Yeah.
Hell of a game.
It's going to be a hell of a game when it's Jacoby Brissett starting.
I'm thinking 34-34.
Okay. Clean. Even. That'd be so fun. I just want to see some touchdowns this year.
I don't think we'll get it.
When does Drake May throw his first touchdown pass? Probably he probably gets put in the 100-point route of the Dolphins.
I think it could be that October 6th game versus the Dolphins. That's our 5th game. If we start 1-3 and Jacoby looks bad, I don't see why you can't just put him in. We're at 1-3, you're not going to make the playoffs anyway. It's not like we're trying to make the playoffs, but I could see us coming home from San Fran defeated, and we need a boost, and they could start him in the second half maybe, something like that. But it's a weird spot. The schedule is actually, I'm looking at it. We have 2 West Coast games, and usually they're stacked, and ours are completely at different times of the year. And then we go to England, don't get a bye afterwards, and our bye is super late in the year, which is just weird. I don't know. It's a really tough schedule for a team that went 4-15 last year.
It really is. It really
I
is.
don't understand what we're supposed to do with this. I know our division's tough, but like we play the 49ers could destroy us, and then I think we could come home. Like we have, if the Jets are good this year, we'd play the Jets, the 49ers, the Dolphins, the Texans who are good, the Jaguars who are good, and then the Jets again. So I don't. And then
Yep.
we play the Titans who are mediocre, the Bears who are supposed to be good, the Rams who are always good, Dolphins again. Like there's just not a lot of. I was looking at it and I was like, what game are you most confident in us winning?
The
Not a ton.
Titans.
Titans on the road.
Yeah. I don't
I
know.
know it's not the same Titans team as it was with like Vrabel and Derrick Henry, but
It's like a really good offseason, So
yeah, and we're bad. We're bad.
DeAndre.
It's like maybe the Seahawks week 2.
I know it's not looking great, but my thing is like we have no idea what this Patriots team is going to look like. Like before we could really accurately predict it because we like knew how our team was going to be run. We have no idea. Like our offense could be the worst thing we've ever seen. It could be like week 1 it's a mess, which this seems likely. Like week 1 it's just a mess. Then by like week 8 it's like, oh, this is actually pretty good. Or it could be
Yeah,
like randomly completely different. Like we actually have just no idea. No
I don't
idea.
know.
It's not
I don't know.
like this does not mean anything anymore. I
Yeah,
mean, I guess it does for the defense. Like the defense will be fine, but offensively, I have no idea what to expect. I have no idea. I have no idea who's going to be playing
but
quarterback. I have no.
the defense also like who knows if it's gonna be fine. Bill Belichick really was the defense. The preparation he did like for the team was like unparalleled in the league for so many years. Like we don't know if they're gonna keep that standard. We could have some bad defensive efforts at like it's just what happens with bad football teams.
And getting like losing like because of like losing like random close games because our clock management is bad, which it's
Yeah,
never been ever, but
I know.
it might
It's
be now because we're a first year head coach.
it's
We have
also
no
like we're playing the Jets twice, the Dolphins twice. Like it's not like it used to be where it's like, well, bare minimum split those. It's like we could
right.
with ease lose every division game.
Yeah. And but also like at the same time, I think people think the Patriots are like horrible still.
Yeah.
Kurt Benkert said that this is the worst situation for a quarterback like in the league is the Patriots, and Drake May has easily the worst. I think they're undervalued, but
Yeah.
I can't be against it because I just have no idea. But I think people are ignoring like there's actually a lot of positives with this team, and I think
There is.
people are like ignoring that at all. Which I'm like, all right, there's negatives too, and there's uncertainties too. But they could, like if it's not the craziest thing to say that this team goes over 5.5. Like I really don't. And it's plus
Oh, that's not
115.
crazy. We're definitely a bottom 5, bottom 10 team, but I mean, the NFL's the NFL. Any given Sunday, we could definitely squeeze out 6 wins. If you're
Yeah.
trying to look at this schedule optimistically, which let's do it because we're not Felger and Mass. We're playing I believe, three first-year head coaches.
Okay.
We only have one primetime game, so we don't have to worry about sucking during those. The Cardinals after a bye, Cardinals aren't great. There's a good chance we can split division games.
In terms of offenses that maybe your defenses can exploit, a Colts maybe like a young
Colts,
quarterback,
I
really
mean,
first year quarterback, and Anthony
the,
Richardson. A
who
Titans
knows?
maybe.
Who really knows what the Bears are going to look like? The Jets are always in shambles. The Texans, everyone's so high on them that it feels like they have to kind of come down to earth a little bit. And we play them at home.
Right.
Jaguars on the road. Who fucking knows what could happen there? That's like their second stadium, but who knows? Bengals week 1 is like Joe Burrow actually hasn't played in a year.
And week 1's just a
Week one's week 1. Week 1 never goes as people think. So I mean, there's a chance we could squeeze out 7 wins. I don't know.
You think Drake May will play this year though? Start. You think Drake May will start a game this year?
Yeah. I mean,
It's
by the
tricky.
time
It's an impossible thing to say because we don't know anything.
It's impossible.
Like he has a lot of work to do, which like of course he does. He's already.
Yeah, of course. But by the time the bye week happens, we're not going to have more than 4 wins. So it's like it can't hurt to just toss him in there.
That's the thing that's tricky about the Packers in the Chiefs model is like they were already really good, so it's like they weren't in a position where they were 2-8 and they were like, nope, we got to keep. Well, obviously we're sticking with our guy. It's like no, any team would switch their quarterback or thinking about doing it.
Yeah.
So that's the situation we're in. I wouldn't mind that situation for Drake just because he's going to come in with zero pressure.
I know.
It's like, dude, we're 2-8, whatever. Like, just do your thing. Like, any positives will be great. So I wouldn't overly hate that.
But also, who knows? Jacoby Brissett could get hurt in the second week, and he's gonna have to start all year. Like, you don't really know how shit's gonna go.
Justin Herbert was supposed to not play the first year, and then he
Yeah.
came in. Tyler Taylor got stabbed by his own doctor, and Justin Herbert comes in and wins Rookie of the Year. So again, we have no clue. I think the Patriots might be the hardest team to predict. I think.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna be bad. There's like obviously some games that we could win that we shouldn't win. Like we could maybe beat the Dolphins, maybe I don't know, beat the Bills or something.
Again,
But like,
I don't know. I all the like smart people are like, dude, I love Drake May's upside. He just can't play right now. So that's probably what I should, listen to. But obviously there's part of me where I'm like, dude, our offense is going to look completely different. What if it's completely different in a good way? What if Jalen Polk is just like what if Jalen Polk is just T. Higgins? Like already?
yeah, but that's the same people that were saying CJ Stroud's dumb as rocks and he can't throw super accurately, and then he did both. He did the counterpoint of both those things this past year.
Yep.
And he
Yep.
came out and just destroyed the league. So it's like, who fucking really knows? There were so many people, dude. So many videos. I saw this one guy was quote tweeting all of them because he's a big Drake May guy, and they're talking about how his footwork was bad in mini camp or rookie camp, and they're like, so many people were so high on like Bryce Young in rookie camp. So many people were so high on Trey Lance in rookie camp. Like all these guys that turned out to be shit. Like,
yeah,
what it is. They're athletes. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. You know who's going to know, though, is us, because we're going to be going to every single training camp, and we'll see them with our own eye.
Yeah. Preseason versus the Panthers, August 8th. Preseason versus the Panthers. We'll be there.
That'd be great for me.
Right.
That'd actually be I've done that before. That would be fun. I would actually I've never really been itching. Training camp's fun, but I would never itching to go in my adult life. This year, I want to go.
What's so bad? We should bring Wolfie to film.
Yes.
Try and get some interviews.
Yes. Drake. Oh, dude, that'd be great. That'd be great stuff. So we'll be there. Pen us in for being there. I don't think I have anything else on my notes.
No, realistically, I think they could go. They could maybe squeeze out 7 games if they have a good year.
Oh, 7 great year. I will be winning the road.
Yeah, I will be too, obviously. But
plus money.
Yeah, I mean, there's a good chance we're last in the division. It's just whatever. We're like rookie quarterback, rookie head coach. We just came off a dynasty. Like, let's not get our hopes up. We're going to get our hopes up anyway. So
yeah, of course. I was telling my dad just now. This year is going to be way more fun being bad than last year. Way more fun.
Yeah.
Last year was good.
Unless Drake May looks so bad.
That'll be less fun. But it'll be we'll lose 43-14. But Javon Baker will score his 5th touchdown of the year, and we'll be I don't care about anything else. That was awesome. It'll be like this, how we were watching the early Celtics, 10 years ago, when we're yeah, we're the 8 seed, but Isaiah Thomas is fun. I really love Avery Bradley. There's
either a chance that we start 2-1 and beat the Jets and the Seahawks, and I'm Super Bowl, or there's a chance, or this is what I'm hoping is we kind of suck at the start of the year, and then we did the Cardinals last year where we blew and then won 4 out of 7, and I was dude, we're a good team going into next year. That's kind of dream. That's the ultimate dream is we're kind of stinky, and then Drake May comes in for a couple games in the year, and we win we rattle off 3 of the last 4, and I'm whoa, we're hot.
We beat Buffalo in Buffalo, we beat the Chargers too, and we're oh, we got a little team going in next year.
We beat Buffalo in Buffalo when they've already locked up the number 1 seed and they don't start anyone. And we're ooh.
Case Keenum is starting.
And just destroys us. Hey, let's also not forget, Christian Gonzalez is going to come back and win Comeback Player of the Year. And
courtside today, you see that?
MVP. Great. I didn't see it. What was it?
He was courtside just now looking.
So was Russell Wilson, so I don't know what that was about.
Weird. I know. He was Gonzo was there with Hunter Henry. And
love it.
Rusk was also there with Hampus Lindholm. So.
All the other guys pulled up to who was it? Zappy and a couple other guys. They pulled up to a Connecticut Sun game or something.
Oh, really? That was the lot. They put Clark, Connecticut Sun. Good team, good program in Connecticut. I think they lost in the semis. They might have made the finals last year. No,
I think I'm just gonna be. I've decided I'm gonna openly be still fuck the WNBA because it still sucks. Okay. The basketball is terrible. Yeah, everyone's so high on them. If you really watch a game, the basketball is still terrible.
I watched it last night. The college basketball is better. College women's basketball is better.
Yep. Same with NBA. Same with NBA on a day-to-day basis. So,
unless it's the playoffs, then I'm I really like this.
But, yeah, but I'm sure women's WNBA playoffs is fun.
Yeah, true. I know. Okay, yeah, so true. Basketball.
Basketball.
I'm not. The Bruins play on Friday. I'm really pumped they're giving me a break because last night I thought I was going to have a heart attack again.
10
I was
10 games
so
in a row.
fine after the Pasternak goal in Game 7 in Round 1. I was so happy that I was like, you know what? We can get beat by the Panthers. It's fine. The Panthers are really good. No.
Fuck, you're gonna make me believe.
They got me right back in, didn't they? The Panthers are so good though, and so we're like we won last night just on Jeremy Swayman grit. Like
Yep.
we shouldn't even win this series. Like I don't even want to like the Panthers are better. The Panthers are a better team.
Panthers are gonna win the series. So it's fine. Panthers are gonna win the series.
Right. I watch like every other hockey team. I'm like, why are they so fast, and why aren't we fast? Like why McDavid? Watching McDavid play hockey, I'm like, this isn't a real person.
Yeah, well, he's a fucking stud.
I know, true, but like Nathan McKinnon, it's like we don't have anyone like that except Pasternak sometimes. So
yeah, but we're like gritty.
Yeah, we're just on grit, just on guys.
I love it. Guys. All right, so go Bruins. Do you want to give your PGA Championship pick? It starts tomorrow.
Tiger Woods.
Okay, heard of him. Heard of him. I'm gonna go.
Real pick, Morikawa.
Okay, I like that. They're playing at Valhalla.
Yeah, Louisville, right? Where
Tiger Woods has won before. Or no, did Rory?
They had Lord Stanley's. I mean, but how awesome would Rory be winning this week?
After him and his wife?
And getting kicked off the board.
Everyone's like, this is going to motivate him so much. I mean, you just broke up with your wife. Like, that could be...
Damian Lillard. Did it motivate Damian Lillard this year? He was like, I'm really bummed.
Everyone keeps saying, like, oh, bet on Rory. Like, he's going to be on a fucking mission. I'm like, he could be crying right now, not practicing.
Yeah. It's like, that's what Damian Lillard was like. It was like, Dame, why have you had 3 games where you haven't scored 20 points? He was like, I don't know, man. I'm super sad all the time.
Like, yeah, I can't talk to my kids.
I live in Milwaukee in January. It's like, yeah. So fast.
Weird. I don't know why I'm upset.
Yeah. So
I'm gonna take. I'm just gonna ride Brooks Koepka because he's the majors guy, but then I'll toss in a little my boy Sahith Theegala.
Oh, that'd be fun.
I love Sahith.
You think any chance that Scheffler is he playing?
Is Scheffler playing? Yeah.
Any chance he just doesn't win because he doesn't take it too seriously? No, that guy's a machine.
Not for that reason. No. I don't think he'll win, but also no one's like on him right now. It's like people are somehow not like down on him, but I don't think he's the favorite. I think Jon Rahm's the favorite. It's like people are like he won the Masters and they're like, oh, he's not going to win 2 in a row. He could easily win all 4 majors this year.
Easily, and we'll look back and be like, yeah, duh.
Well, that was weird.
Yeah. All
right.
I'm excited. Tomorrow.
A lot of sports.
That's the show. Thanks for joining us.
Let's give a shout out to our friend.
God. I don't know. Harrison Butker.
Shout out to our friend Harrison Butker.
You were saying earlier how much you love what Harrison Butker said the other day. I missed what he said. Could you tell me? Because you were saying I love this stuff so much. Harrison Butker is my new favorite player.
Well, he's been my favorite player, so.
Okay.
I don't really know what he said. Something about women being inside in the kitchen.
Really? Okay.
I think so.
Whatever floats your boat. Oh, do you actually not know what he said?
Is that what he said?
Oh, bad.
Worse than that?
Bad. Well, he was just like, he said like a woman's number one goal should be to keep the house. And LGBTQ is a deadly sin.
Okay. Well, dude, it's like he's a religious man, no?
That is what the Bible says, you know?
I have friends that are the nicest people. I have friends that are the nicest people on earth, but they're so religious. And I ask them questions like that, and they're like, yeah, I don't think so. And I'm like, well, I don't know what you're supposed to do because this guy is great.
One time I heard this thing, I think it was Pete Davidson talked about it because he has a lot of firefighter friends. And he's like, yeah, the firefighters are like heroes, but a lot of people, if you're in a burning building and these guys shouted their political beliefs as they're on the way to save your life, you'd be like, nah, just leave me here.
Don't save me.
Yeah.
It's
an interesting world. But pretty insane. Glad he isn't my kicker.
Well, he's so good, though.
Best in the world,
I would love him as my kicker. He's so good.
Yeah,
absolutely. Shout out you for graduating also. Big deal.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Why didn't you wear your cap and gown like I did when I graduated?
That would have been a great idea. Completely forgot.
I should text you that. I thought about that the other day, and I was going to text you, and I forgot.
Would have done it. Next time, I'm still a graduate. What am I going to be? Not a graduate? Crazy. Graduation was half protests, but part of the game. Apparently, that's what graduations are. What were they protesting at yours? You?
Yeah, they were like, "Who the fuck is that handsome guy they're letting graduate?" I actually didn't go to my graduation, so.
Shark for life, baby. All right, thanks for coming along.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, all you listeners.